Hello everyone, welcome to your daily card reading for November 5th, 2014. And I'll do the 5 card spread for past, present, future, healing card, and overall message card. And then I'll also draw one tree magic signifying card in the beginning. Okay, so we start out with vulnerability. Every spring is a new beginning, bearing a multitude of budding possibilities. Number 22, the cherry tree, master builder, vulnerability. And again, we always really have to honor and acknowledge our vulnerability as our real power source, or our strength. That's where our greatest gifts are, within that vulnerability. And that's why we become vulnerable, is because we can feel that power. So get ready for some power. Okay. Oh, water. Do this. Okay, so, alright, past, present, future. We have Sunzi in the past position, which is really being able to anticipate things and people, and avoiding fighting, avoiding conflict, avoiding problems by being ready and anticipating them. This is about being the brilliant genius, and the brilliant is the person who can see, and the genius is the person who knows, and the person who has superior brilliance and superior genius, the person who can see and know more, is always the winner. That's always the top leader. And the people who cannot see, and they cannot know, or they do not know, they automatically are in the disadvantage, and they are the inferior person. So it doesn't really have to be even conflict. This could be in love relationships or in friendships. It could be just the battle of energies, or battle of power dynamics, I want to say, because we have this vulnerability that has to do with power. So a lot of times, people, when they become vulnerable, they'll act out, or they can't see clearly, they don't know what's going on, they get turned around. So this is really about, in the past position, we have been able to see, we have been able to know, and maybe other people around us have not had that advantage. So this is talking about, in the past, we've had this advantage. So, hi cutie. And then we have Tang in the present position. And Tang is about making your life sweet. and making your emotional experience sweet the way you want it. Really making those memories of a lifetime, and feeling like, yeah, this is what life is all about, and just really feeling like you have everything in the present moment that you could ever want, and just really feeling that perfection in the moment, and bringing everything present that you want present, and making the most of your life in the moment. So then we have the future with Mundi in training, and this is movement in the physical world, and becoming refined in your skills and your talents. So this is about and moving forward and kind of coming to a new milestone in our progress in being a leader, or being skilled in anything. So I recognized him really young for his leadership, and he was acknowledged at a young age, and then he became the leader of my flock. But he got better and better and better. He started out with the talent. You could see the talent there, and then it was just movement forward and progression in his beautiful art of leadership. So it doesn't have to be leadership. It could be anything. So just refining the skills and refining the talents, and really moving forward in your life and advancing with your skills or your talents. So, and then we have our healing card, which is Cinnabrite. And Cinnabrite is about quick change that really makes an adjustment. So it's usually with the speed that an adjustment is made. So it's like, the second you have the opportunity, it's quick. You do things quick, and an adjustment happens. So it also has to do with bifurcation, and really seeing what is necessary and what's not necessary, kind of splitting off what you don't need, and being clear in what you do need. And what else about? And what it's about strengthening yourself, and what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And again, it really does have to do with this vulnerability here, Cinnabrite, because it's like, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and she is the elixir for immortality. So it's liquid mercury, or what liquid mercury comes from is Cinnabrite, and they use it to prolong life and to bring longevity to an individual through health and healing, and just being very I guess I'd just say, being very healthy, and bringing that holistic health to one's life. So, that means being balanced in our relationships, being able to see clearly, knowing what's going on, and really handling things with maturity and with excellence. So, then we have our overall message card. Now, this one is about feeling left out. So, be aware. This is your message. Be aware somebody might be feeling left out, or maybe you feel left out. But there's this vulnerability that's really running through the themes of this. This is Mundi in training. This is Sunzi. Being able to navigate either your own vulnerability or others' vulnerability. And then, Tang's basically the only one that is very stable and creates that sense of security and that sense of belonging and feeling great. And then again, we have the vulnerability with the Cinnabrite, and really having major quick changes by really being on top of things and, being ready to pounce. And then the message is, make sure you're aware of what people are feeling. A lot of times it's everybody has vulnerabilities. Everyone does. And it's very surprising to see people's vulnerabilities, because you see them, you see people shine and you see people glow, and you see other people differently than how they're feeling and what they're going through. So everybody's vulnerable, and so we just need to really keep that in mind, because when people feel vulnerable, they'll often kind of lash out or pull back, or they'll, hold on one second. I didn't have to go after all. But anyway, it was Noon got caught in the netting, but he got himself out. So anyway, Holograms is on her way over here. And so anyway, just really be aware when people are acting bizarre, or maybe they're being taking things offensive, maybe they're being defensive, maybe they find things offensive, and remember that people are vulnerable, and just be aware of that, and then be able to jump on that right away. Don't hesitate. That's the adjustment thing here. It's like when you can see and know immediately about this vulnerability, it automatically, becomes that you can automatically bring out the power in that person by countering it, or basically being aware of it. You can change it, being sensitive to it, being sensitive to other people's vulnerabilities, you can change it. So and heal it. So anyway, again, we have Dahlia, that's her name, and the solution basically to the feeling left out, or feeling like the black sheep or something, is really to honor people for their roots and their genetic background, their where they come from, their life story, their maybe their community or their family or their country, or whatever it is that makes those people different. It's like really seeing them in the context of their roots and their background, and it helps you to understand what's going on with that person. So I guess that's about it. Again, the cherry tree vulnerability is also number 22, which is the master builder, and this is very stable, firm foundation. We need to really honor all the vulnerabilities and step into that power, because that power needs to be channeled, that power needs to be used creatively and constructively, and it's for everybody. The power is always for everybody. It's not just for the individual who has the power running through them. And that power is for all of the people around that individual. So we want to honor people in their power and try and bring that power out, so that we can all share and enjoy in that power that each person has, and just acknowledge that the vulnerability sits right next to that power. So again, it's funny, maybe I should do a chicken name after this, but in anthropology we often hear that it's interesting how wherever the place is that has a problem, there's also the solution. So in nature, when there's something poison, there's the antidote. So wherever there is, nature has created the world where everything that can kill has this counterpart to it that can heal. or you know, the poison and the medicine, they sit right next to each other, you know. So and it's not just true with plants and herbs and that type of stuff, but it's also true even in cultures. And it's interesting because the cultures that I'm drawn to because of their beauty, it's also that they have the problems that kind of created the need for that beauty. So you know, I'll be drawn to the beauty of something and the healing in the medicine of it, but it drives me crazy to, you know, have to put up with the problems that it's there serving, you know. So, and that's always true. So with every extreme, the opposite is there also. So anyway, the Master Builder number 22 is really that double number 2-2, solid, stable relating to things and building firm foundations. And this is really about one foot in front of the other, building blocks, creating life and creating our future and our, you know, our happiness, our, you know, good emotions, and our the world we want, the physical world we want, the relationships we want, everything, but really being conscious of the vulnerability there, and both of ourselves and for other people. And but it looks good because we have this progress, we have this refinement, we have this movement in the physical world too. So it looks real good. It looks like, you know, again, the healing. I love the healing card. So we have Cinnabarite for the healing, and I mean that's really powerful. That's zero factoring things, you know, where you come full circle and then everything gets zero factored, and it no longer has the same meaning, or the meaning has changed, and it begins anew. It becomes a different thing on a different level. It's like completion and then a new beginning. So anyway, it looks great. I hope everyone got what they needed out of this today, and I will see you again tomorrow. Thanks a lot.